Well, thank you all for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super aware at this point that there's one thing that stands between you and the end of the day, and that's me. So I will try to be super brief, but I do want to bring some things about ISA to your attention. And really, I guess the first thing I want to do is just introduce myself. I'm Jennifer Gerndt. I am not an arborist, so I now feel welcome that I'm not the only non-arborist in the room. In fact, my background is in linguistics. I have a PhD in German linguistics, so it seems weird that I would be in this role and be in this environment, but the truth is I started getting interested in trees as a hobby, and I was looking for a shift in my career, and I started to volunteer for a local tree care organization, sort of community planting. It's called Trees Atlanta. In the US, it's a very well-known group because they do a lot of really cool things. So I started giving tours on we have a recreational path that goes around the city. It's a 22-mile loop. And I started giving tours talking about the trees and talking about the community and kind of talking about how we as people should mimic more of how trees live so that our communities can thrive the way trees thrive in sort of this forest environment, urban forestry. And through that experience, it kind of brought me to ISA. So I'm really excited to be in a position where I can combine my background with linguistics to travel and be around people from different languages and different cultures, but also this newfound love of trees. And I'm absolutely a novice. I mean, my tree identification skills are still very poor, but I love it. And I love to be around other people that can teach me things about trees. So it's really been a nice opportunity for me to combine these two elements in my life and then get to make it my profession. So I've been with ISA for almost 2 years now as Director of Member Services. So many of you, probably most of you in the room are familiar with ISA. You're familiar with our mission. I think we share a mission with EAC. You know, it's really about promoting the benefits of trees and for us to promote the people and support the people who care for trees, right? That is our goal. That is what we work towards. And again, I'm really excited that I get to be a part of that. The network. I mean, networking with all of our organizations is super important. We work with anyone and everyone that we can in the tree care industry. There's a lot of moving parts that make this successful. We have our team in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. We have our board of directors that are spread out throughout the world. We have we call them components. There are chapters, our associate organizations. We have also our professional affiliates. We work with municipalities, really all throughout the world. And it takes everybody working together to make it a great, strong network. And of course, EAC is part of that. So definitely agree that we're here to collaborate, not compete. As I always say, the pie is big enough for all of us to have a piece. And we're always going to be stronger if we work together and not work against one another. So our board of directors, it's really been exciting for me to get to know and work with our board of directors. As I mentioned before, they are from all of the regions that we work with. Our incoming president, so Chris Walsh is our current president. Our incoming president is Nicholas Verloop, and he is from the Netherlands, so a European representing ISA for a year. His term starts in August at our annual conference. But it's a really great team, and it's a really great group to help us develop strategies that the staff can work to implement as we try to find ways forward. We are currently at over 26,000 members worldwide, and our membership is in over 70 countries. So as we continue to grow, we reach more and more countries, more and more parts of the world, and we're really proud of that statistic, and we hope to continue to make sure we're reaching everyone that wants to be reached. We have a lot of new membership benefits coming up. I won't tell you all of, if you are an ISA member, thank you. And if you're not, we can talk about that. But we're really working to find ways to, find benefits that really reach beyond. I think we haven't done the best job, I'll admit it, in finding ways to reach beyond our US borders. And we're trying really hard to have more items in translation in different languages, so it's not always in English. We have a lot of networking opportunities that we're developing. We're going to release a new speaker series this year, and our member profiles, those are from really all of our members in various countries. So you'll see a lot of changes in 2023 and then into 2024. And there's some other things I can't talk about quite yet, but they'll be very exciting for our international groups. I also think many of you, yesterday at dinner we were talking, many of you are probably also certified arborists, and that also continues to grow. In particular, I would say our track qualification tends to grow internationally. We are now at over 1,000 board certified master arborists, so that's also been something that's been exceptional in the last year. And we do have this reciprocal agreement with the tree worker climber specialist and the European tree worker, and I know that we can't have the same reciprocal agreement with the certified arborists, but I think there's still discussions to be had with, for example, board certified master arborists. Those discussions, I think, need to continue because we need to be able to recognize each other's certifications. So, I'm excited about this, but I still see a lot of opportunity for us to do some other work together. One of the first projects I did when I first started at ISA was a member needs assessment survey. So we surveyed 10,000 people around the world asking what it is that they need and want from ISA, and focusing on our global network was one of the top requests from our international groups. And so I want to confirm that we hear you and we see you, and we are working to develop some good programs and initiatives that will make you feel more included. I really think that, I said this yesterday as well, I really think that's partly why I'm here. I've lived in Germany for 5 years. I've traveled quite a bit throughout the world. I'm American, but I feel really connected when I'm not in the United States. So I hope that my experiences will help me do this job and help me connect with all of you and the rest of the people that I work with. In a sense, I consider the membership the people that I work for. If you're not familiar, our website, treesaregood.org. This is our consumer-facing website. We have a lot of information on there, primarily in English, but we do have our consumer brochures that are translated. These consumer brochures are sort of the basics of tree care, and they're really handy for for your clients that are asking questions. The top ones are, why hire an arborist, benefits of trees, probably pruning and mulching, and we have them currently posted. We have 10 different languages. Some of them are translated we have some of them translated in at least 10 different languages. The whole series is not translated in any language other than Spanish. It's always on an as-needed basis. And we have some more that are in review. So we will be adding more and more languages to that. And these are free. These are just PDFs that you can download and use them in the language that you need them in. So as Stefania mentioned, every year we have our annual conference. Last year we had the great fortune of being in Europe for our annual conference. We were in Sweden, and our International Tree Climbing Championship was in Denmark. This year, our annual conference and ITCC are in Albuquerque. I would love to see all of you there. Some of you, any of you, it would be fantastic. We're really excited to bring it back to the United States. And in 2024, we will be celebrating our 100 years as an organization. And although it doesn't say that on the slide, the picture is the representation. It will be back in Atlanta, sort of bringing it home. And I'm probably most excited. I'm originally from Chicago, but I've been in Atlanta for almost 6 years, and it probably feels almost more like home than Chicago. I love it. And so I think having that big celebration in Atlanta will be amazing. So, mark your calendars and hopefully you can join us for that, because I think the party will be huge. So going back to the previous presentation about trust building, I really wanted to take this opportunity to get to know you and have you get to know me. If we haven't spoken yet one-on-one, feel free to reach out. I wanted to build trust so that you know that I'm here if you need something, not just today or in this moment, this weekend. If you have any questions, if you just don't know who to reach out to at ISA, you can always reach out to me, and I might not have an answer, but I can figure out who does. So yeah, send me an email and we can keep in touch. Okay? Thank you so much.